Ein Auslandsaufenthalt bringt viele neue Erfahrungen und ganz besondere Erlebnisse mit. Noch perfekter wird die Zeit in einem anderen Land, wenn man eine perfekt ausgewählte Gastfamilie hat, in der man sich wohlfühlt. In diesem ganz besonderen Q&A-Video stellt unser Teilnehmer Julius seine Gasteltern vor.
What German words do you know?
Nein.
Krankenwagen.
Vergesst nicht zu abonnieren und zu kommentieren. Und dann jetzt viel Spaß bei dem Video. Direkt nach dem Intro geht's los.
Hey guys, this is Julius. I'm 16 years old and I'm doing an exchange with Kulturwerke Deutschland and ICES. I'm in Indiana right now and we're with my host family today. This is Randy and this is Kevin. Hello.
Hello.
It's nice to have you here. We're doing a little Q&A today. So, first question I want to ask you guys is, what German words do you know?
Nein.
Krankenwagen.
So yeah, you probably understood it. Nein und Krankenwagen. I get made fun of a lot for being German just because the words are very mean, but that's cool because they are kind of mean. So that's fair. I think that's already more words than I would have expected them to know. So the next question is it hard to welcome a stranger into your family and trust them with your belongings?
No, we don't consider the exchange students strangers. We don't fully know them yet, but we have talked to them before. They've come here and we've had enough exchange students that we have a really pretty good feel for how kids are going to react, and we really don't have too much issues with concerns with stuff or anything along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I would agree.
All right. The next question is, will you come visit me in Germany?
Nein!
We very much want to visit Julius and his whole family. The exchange, not only do we get to know Julius, and we get to know his entire family. And they all become like our extended family. So yes, we would love to come visit.
We really enjoy going over to the other kids' places. We've gone a couple times to Europe to see some of them, and we just are blown away with how great it is to come over and see the families of our exchange students.
You've been to Denmark a couple times, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Kevin has been.
I've been there twice.
You haven't?
I've been there once.
Yeah. So then, what was your first impression of me? It's getting deep now. Yeah.
Okay, to be really honest, Julius had his first picture that was taken that we saw had this very spiked up hair, and so I was like, can I live with that hairstyle for a whole year? So the next time we met him on video chat, he had a hat on, and so I'm like, okay, Julius, I gotta see, what does the hair look like? Because I could see it was longer. So, I'm sorry, what was the question?
What was your first impression of me?
But he did a great video. And the video that he did showed a lot of his home, his family, the things he was interested in. So I think the video was what really gave us a really good impression of Julius. And you know, we were from the get-go, we were like, yeah, let's go. We're ready.
Well, actually, you know, this is a COVID year, so to be fully honest, we first picked out the wrong person and what took them to the terminal check before we found out this wasn't Julius.
No, we did not.
but we found him later on. But it was at the airport greeting is it's hard to get a first impression because there's so much expectation, excitement on both sides. And this one was probably a little bit more so because of COVID. The airport wasn't the normal kind of busy type thing. It was kind of quiet. Again, the masks and everything. So I don't really get a first impression for, actually this sounds stupid, but for a first week or so. So that's the kind of the way it goes.
But a lot is, and just kind of going back when we met him at the airport, was there a time limit on this?
Oh, okay.
When we met him at the airport, it's because of the mask, a lot of it is with the eyes. And so, you know, the eyes and the smile when you first meet is really a big impression. So.
Yes, I can smile. I can do that. So.
Not very often.
Not with the mask on either. And the kids, when they come, are usually pretty tired after the flights, too. So that's another reason why first impression should be a little bit later on, because everyone's kind of tired.
Yes, that was one thing with the being tired after the flight. I was like, okay, now I'll get to meet them. I'm excited, but I'm so tired. Just go to bed. So we're moving on to how did you come to the decision to welcome an international student into your family? But that was a long time ago, right?
Our decision was probably 10 or 11 years ago. Our kids had graduated from high school. We're going on to college. We had empty rooms in the house, and we just saw something. It was a bulletin in our church, and it said, you know, they were looking for families that would be able to host kids. And, you know, Kevin said, I'd be interested in maybe doing that. And then I think the next time he came home, I had already called. I'd filled out the application, and we were in the process of going. So, just something we always kind of thought we could do and love to have kids here.
Want anything to that?
That's pretty much the story.
All right. What is one word that you use all the time that German students probably don't know the meaning of? That's a hard question, I think.
There isn't a word. Should we say pack your bags? Is that no? You know, there's probably not a word. I mean, sometimes we tease about people in the area and we call them rednecks. But I think most German people would know what a redneck is.
Well, yeah, I think German people will think that's like a slur for...
Yeah. It probably is not a nice word to use, but it's one we might use. But
I'm sure there are words, but probably different every kid that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, and some of them don't ever come up, so I mean, those are.
Yes.
But yeah, usually if there's any word that anybody doesn't understand, they usually give you a funny look, and then you explain it right away. You know, some of our kids who have come from the Oriental countries, there's a lot of words they don't know. But from German kids, we've had 3, and I don't think there's been words that they haven't known.
Yeah, I think that's already about it. It went by pretty quick, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for answering these questions. Some of them were pretty hard, I think, especially the last one. Well.
We hope we didn't scare too many of you off. Most parents aren't like us. So
I don't know if you've noticed so far, but they're Americans and they really like to make jokes about anything. But I think that's a good thing. So, yeah, thank you guys for the quick interview or Q&A.
No problem. Good luck, guys, in making your decision. If I could encourage you, I would say do it. It's a great experience, both for you and for us. So
that's true. So I think that's a good closing word. And then I'll see you in another video, I think.
Nachdem du gesehen hast, wie gut sich Julius mit seinen Gasteltern versteht, kannst auch du kaum abwarten, deinen eigenen Auslandsaufenthalt zu planen. Dann melde dich unter der jetzt eingeblendeten Nummer für ein persönliches Beratungsgespräch mit unseren Experten. Für mehr Erfahrungsberichte sowie weitere Q&As von unseren Teilnehmerinnen, klick auf die jetzt links angezeigte Playlist und um den Kanal zu abonnieren, klick auf das jetzt rechts eingeblendete Logo. Wir freuen uns schon auf dich. Dein Team von Kulturwerke Deutschland.